driver slowed down when he saw the home of Elsie and Daisy Bates. Someone inside the car threw a rock. It crashed through the front window of the Bates home.
The car sped away. Daisy Bates looked at the glass on her floor. She knew that the men who threw the rock wanted her to stop helping black students who would be going to Central High.
I'm not scared. I'm going to help end the laws that keep black men off the college.
Central High had 5 floors and more than 2,000 students. Now 9 of them will be black.
One of them was Ernest Reed. This would be his last year of high school. He wanted to graduate from Central and go to college.
6 of the other students were in 11th grade. Minnie Jean was lots of fun and she liked to make people laugh. Maybelle Patillo was eager to start classes at her new school.
There are 5 floors of opportunities waiting at Central.
Terrence Roberts was cheerful and smart. Elizabeth Ecker liked to sew. While waiting for school to start, she made a new dress to wear.
Thelma Mothershed was small and thin. She had a weak heart, but she had a strong mind. Gloria Ray spoke quietly of the things that were important to her.
Jefferson Thomas fell out of wall during 10th grade. Bill had been one of the fastest runners out of both schools. Carlotta was on the student council.
All 9 students were well-behaved and hardworking. They were excited about going to Central High, but they knew that they wouldn't be allowed to join the school's teams and clubs. Ernest worked to encourage others. We can only go to class, but even that would be something.
Many white Southerners didn't want to see black children in school with white children. Some of them complained to the governor, Orville Faubus. On Labor Day, Governor Faubus spoke on radio and TV. The people of Arkansas are opposed to integration. I ask that no African American student attempt to attend Central. The school must be operated as it has in the past.
A crowd gathered at Central High the next morning. The soldiers with helmets and guns stood around the building. They looked as if they were ready for war.
Only white students went to Central that day. The black students stayed home. They did not want trouble, but Central High was supposed to be their school too.
Mrs. Bates called all the students except Elizabeth.
Hello. Dama, this is Mrs. Bates. Meet me in the morning on Jones Street near Central High. We'll walk to school together.
Elizabeth's family did not have a phone. Mrs. Bates would try to reach her the next day.
7 of the students met as planned. They walked with a group of ministers. As the group neared the school, angry people shouted and called their names. The students kept on walking. When the students reached the soldiers, they were told they could not enter. Sadly, they turned around and left.
Melba Patillo had not even made it to the meeting place. She and her mother had been chased away by every white man.
Things were worse for Elizabeth Ecker. She never got the message from Mrs. Bates. All she saw was the angry crowd when she got off the school bus. Then she saw the soldiers standing by the school.
The soldiers will protect me.
As Elizabeth walked toward them, someone squirted ink on her dress. A woman screamed in her face. Elizabeth tried to ignore the angry voices.
I won't let them know that I am frightened.
Elizabeth reached the soldiers, but instead of letting her pass, they blocked her way. Behind her sunglasses, Elizabeth's eyes filled with tears. She turned and walked away. People in the crowd pressed close.
Elizabeth saw a bus stop down the street. She made it there and sat down on a bench.
I can't let them see me cry.
When the bus came, a woman stepped forward to help. She rode the bus with Elizabeth to where her mother worked.
The soldiers kept the black students out of Central for weeks. The students did their schoolwork at Daisy Bates' house. It would have been easy for them to go back to their old schools, but they knew that what they were doing was right. Then one day the soldiers left.
What will happen next? Get ready to go to school.
On September 23rd, a crowd waited by the front doors of Central High. police officers led the black students to a side door where the crowd could not see them. Thelma did not feel well, but she did not want to go home.
I am not giving up now. The crowd found out that the black students were inside. People in the crowd grew very angry. They beat up the reporters who were outside. The students heard the shouts as they sat in their classrooms. The police chief became afraid that more people would be hurt.
Sorry, kids, I'm afraid you have to leave.
In a garage under the school, the students got into police cars.
Get down and stay down. Drivers don't stop for anything.
For a few hours, black students had been in Central, but they had not been allowed to stay.
Newspapers around the country talked about what was happening in Little Rock. Many Americans were angry about it. They invited the students to come to school in their town. The President of the United States, Dwight Eisenhower, was angry too.
No crowd can keep American children out of school. I'm sending a new group of soldiers to Little Rock. Their job will be to let the black students into Central High.
The next day, the United States Army arrived in Little Rock. The 9 students rode to school in an army car. Soldiers marched with Ernest and the others up to the front steps of the school.
The Little Rock Nine walked right through the front doors of Central High. To this day, Melvin thinks about that morning with pride.
At that moment, the whole nation took one giant step forward.
At first, soldiers went with the Little Rock Nine to all their classes. Most students were nice to them, but a few were still angry that black students were there. After a few months, most of the soldiers left, and things soon got worse.
The troublemakers called the black students names. The troublemakers kicked them and knocked their books down, but the black students kept going to class.
Finally, Ernest Green became the first black student to graduate from Central High.
I knew that I had accomplished what I'd come here for.
Governor Faber still didn't think it was right. He closed the public high school in Little Rock for the next school year. Black and white students had to find other ways to get their education. Neville spent her last year of school in California. Minnie Jean went to New York.
The Little Rock schools reopened in fall 1959. Carlotta and Terrence returned to Central High School.
The others went back to their old schools. All of them went on to college and successful careers.
The end.